tell Hyper Turtle, don't talk to me. I have nothing to do with this.
Cheesy nachos. Aegis Infinite Silence. Angry Space Hares. Hold the poise.
We are live.
Well, welcome everyone. I am Warbot. I am actually Hyper Turtle. There we go. We are going to be having the Angry Space Hares in a rematch against Pull the Boys today. So we're already getting some questions in the chat. So what we have here is a casual StarCraft 2 league, and everyone joins a team, and those teams have similarly skilled players from their rosters take each other on. We've got Code A, Code B, Code S, and we have 2v2 as well. And we are a little over midway through the season right now. So, here, KJ, do you want to show off a little bit of the features of our website right now? Because we've been keeping up with the records here.
Yeah, if you go to scistorm.com/FSL, I'll put the link in the chat. That's where you can see all the good stuff.
Yep. Right now we see Angry Space Hares. Well, they're doing pretty well for themselves. 3 wins, 1 loss, but then Pull the Boys, undefeated so far. They have some of the top players in the league, including the 3 brothers here, Dark Menace, Neutrophil, and Little Reaper. Very dominant players. So each team has a captain. Neutrophil is the captain of the Pull the Boys. War Bunnies, captain of the Angry Space Hares. We had a draft early in the season, and we're going to be moving along here. So just a little bit of StarCraft news stuff. The Blizzard team, pretty quick to additionally put another hotfix patch. Did some fixes. They did 3 additional balance changes, backing off the damage per second on Sonic Storm further. A lot of fixes, but some of the big news here is their attempt to fix the whole deal where the last balance changes weren't applied to any female ghost skins. They tried to fix that, and instead they made it so ghosts provide 2 extra supply when you make them. So currently, I'm sure they'll be fixing that quickly, but in the meantime, we're reminding everyone, yeah, no using Mirrors, Marauders, Tyrador, or Covert Operatives ghost skins today, just to avoid any complications. And here, I'm checking this out. So we're going to be starting with our Code A group. That's like high gold to low diamond. Let me see if Sopley is ready to go yet. We'll go ahead and bring them in. Do we have them on camera, Sopley and Chinpon?
Okay, I have Sopley on,
All right.
and
Yeah, welcome.
let's bring it.
Hey.
And War Bunnies
thank
is
you.
here too. He can probably join you.
All right, and Chinpon, can we get on camera? YouTube bunnies.
Oh, yeah,
on
right.
camera.
What server
I had to do
are
some
we
last
playing
minute
at?
troubleshooting to get a.
I
Camera.
believe we're playing on US East for now.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm on
And then-
camera.
All right. Well, some of you is anyway. Ooh, nice hat.
Yeah.
All right. Invite everyone to party too. All right, so we have basically the first place team versus the guys who are currently in second. You guys have met each other before. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good in my opinion. I'm feeling like I've hit like my peak right now.
Okay,
It's all
well,
downhill from here.
yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
It wouldn't be too difficult to say I've hit my peak because I haven't played ladder in 7 months.
Damn.
All
Bree and
right.
I did excellently yesterday. We made Diamond 1, so
Yeah, that's pretty good. You mean in 2v2 or
2v2. Then 3v3 with SCV, sir. We're barely platinum because when we play that, the goal is to steal my gases and prevent me from expanding.
Ah, yes, teaming up with the Zergs, huh?
It's funny because SCV, sir, uses my gases to overpool, but Greed just steals them. So I don't. It takes me a minute to figure out which one's which, and so normally it's gas first, which is not ideal.
War Bunnies, go ahead and join the lobby or the party.
So I know that Light Hood is here, but he hasn't picked his maps yet. He said high,
Okay.
but
Yeah, well, if that's the case, I'll just choose them myself. Let's go with the slightly less heavy-duty ones. Hurting Time's here for 2v2. Do you know who else is going to be doing the 2v2?
it's probably me.
Okay, I will
I-
mark that down.
Chatomic, I don't think wanted to play 2v2s. He wanted to. It's interesting. It's all we do firsts on. I try to rotate my code S because we have 3 code S that basically want to play every time. So it's the last code S to play if they all get back to me within a day. Does that make sense?
Well, as long as you got a system, man.
I'm just trying to make sure that it's funny because a lot of teams have this, well, I don't know who's playing today, and my team is, well, let me see who's the last on the rotation because I only get 1 S slot.
Let's see who draws the short straw.
Yeah, Lighthood's picking his maps right now.
Oh, great. Yep,
Oh.
I can adjust those as needed.
He says, I don't know, please pick for me. God damn
Yeah,
it.
I already did.
Excellent.
I was prepared for this eventuality. And War Bunnies, go ahead, lobby. We're going to try to get going since we're running just a little bit late.
Okay.
All right, beautiful.
Oh, it's Chimpone. It's playing.
Yeah, they switched them around for the 2v2 and the Code A.
Oh,
And next up, we're going to be doing Code B, our lower level players.
okie dokie.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
So are they in the lobby still?
Yeah, everyone's ready to go.
No. I meant our boys. Are they in their own teams?
Mm.
No, they're in their own team lobbies. So.
Von Lipking's mentioning that the audio sounds a little quiet.
Super League has been playing a lot lately, and so I don't want to say this is a mismatch, but on paper, Super Leagues need to make code S. So.
All right, well, speaking of which, in the lower right, we have, here, where are we at? We have our blue Protoss. He is.
Jim Home.
And he is playing for the team of.
Pulled the boys.
His opponent, the Zerg. In the red, he is.
Sapoli.
Evolution.
And he is playing for.
Angry Space Hares.
Sounds like we might need to raise the volume a little bit on War Bunny's Discord output.
Hold on.
All right. Well, Sopley says he's kind of reached his peak, and I know what that's like. I just recently finally made it into Diamond, and yep, been doing almost nothing but losing since then, so...
I think Supli's being a little humble. He's ground up 400 MMR, and he's been playing absolutely on fire. So, the matchup here on paper is one that it would be favored heavily to Supli, but it's not played on paper, so we'll see. We'll see how Chimpone can play as the underdog here. Who's the B? Who's Pull the Boys Code B?
They are going to be putting Monkey Shaman in their Code B spot. Lighthood's asking if we can do Code S next, and I believe we will be able to.
Okay. Is that Lipwig? Who's playing their Code S?
Little Reaper, actually. They switched things around, so Von Lipwig's actually going to be teaming up with Medic Jr. for 2v2.
Oh. Little Reaper is Code S? Good
You
for
know,
him.
he's kind of on the border. Technically, he's still considered Code A, but we do allow people to punch above their weight, just not below, unless they very clearly are terrible when they off-race.
Yeah.
but I've definitely seen Little Reaper beat our higher level players before. So we will see what he has planned. Lovely Terran spray there.
I might have. It was hurting. It was Light Hood's time. So.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We've got players from, well, all over the world here. Light Hood out in, I believe, Algeria.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
one thing about communicating with my team is when I get off of work, most of them are asleep. It's a 24-hour delay before they see any messages I put out.
Well, as long as I see them eventually. Chienpone, yep, just expanding now. He's playing very defensively here.
Yeah.
And going Twilight Council.
Twilight Council. Supli is playing stock standard.
I'm curious. Supli was saying he had a big jump at MMR. Has he been taking advantage of any of those big changes that have been done? Is he now a master of Microbial Shroud?
From what I've seen, it's been classic Supli. So
all right.
This wall, the Neuro. Hello, I am the wall inspector. I'm here to inspect your wall. It might not go Chimpone's way because it's possible. Ooh, if he just commanded past that, he could have just pushed his way through. But I think that he's happy seeing that there's no third and it's a bit slower.
Now, right now, Chienpone is working his way towards Dark Templar Shrine, and we do not have Lair Tech just yet. Has not even been started. So, I'm sure he's got that in the back of his mind. I'm guessing he's been DT rushed plenty.
Started in every base.
Absolutely. And that's usually a good idea. I mean, no matter what race you're against, really.
Ooh.
There's just...
He keeps tempting him with the wall inspector here.
It's like, ooh, look at this pretty opening. You gonna go for it, man? You gonna go for it?
Yeah, I wouldn't. With DT Tech is your choice. Oh, the Robo's just coming down, so.
Right. So it's gonna be a little while before he's got a Warp Prism ready. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Layer is started for Supli. He's at 45 workers, 50 workers at the 519 mark, so he's kind of right on schedule for where the Zerg wants to be. Hasn't been forced to make too many units, which
means he can drone up.
Yeah, DTs are they would be.
Oh, come on! Hey, make a hole, man.
Will they? Okay, I don't think he sees them. Oh.
Yes, like one of them took a swipe, and then Chienpone's like, oh, nope, that was these guys. And look at that Shadow Stride.
Yeah. So they're gonna get here before... Oh, maybe? Oh, you can't fight there, my friend.
Yeah, they're within view.
Yeah, they've got to get to this...
Oh, just like that. They are forced to try to make an Archon, and I don't think that thing is going to complete. No, it did not. Here we go. Hopping into the third, but getting distracted by the Queen right away.
Yeah.
Stalker's moving forward. Hey, that's our Spore, man.
Yeah. I don't see... there's an Overseer now.
Yeah.
The Roaches are here. It's 20 worker lead. They don't have charge. I don't think they have blink.
Nope. Yeah, he's just starting to do his Twilight Council research.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good idea, and I liked all the notes of that attack. They just hit kind of a little flat, a little late, a little...
Right.
You know what I mean? And now you're kind of seeing the difference between a high code B and a low code B, where...
high code A and low code A?
Yeah, high code A and a low code A, where... That was a really well-planned attack, and it looked like it might get some legs, but Supli was just ready for it, and he ends up at almost double the supply. Now, it is going to be hard to break into that little spot. The double battery and that army is enough to chase away, like, the annoying army, but...
Well, as long as his opponent is stuck on 2 bases, I don't think there's any urgency. He can kind of do whatever he wants, and look at all that creep.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Does he die then?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't have
No.
quite enough Zerglings for his opponent's army. But look, he's already moving across. He does not want to allow that to complete, since he doesn't have to.
Right. And I think, yeah.
So Yeah, here we go. Look at him. He's going to be hitting with the roaches from the front, Zerglings from the side.
Yeah.
And look, the Zerglings heading... I think the Zerglings, yeah, they're going to try to make it right into the natural. And they manage to grease their way right through him.
But it just
Immortal
just
not
pull back the army enough. Like, these Zerglings don't have to do anything. They've guaranteed the kill on the third. There's a drone! A Gree drone! Go, Gree drone! Get him!
Look at that guy. See, that's going to be the hero.
The Gree drone! Oh!
Oh no,
Oh,
come on. Oh, he had so much to live for.
Yeah.
Alright, Immortal goes down. I think that pylon, yep, that got our Tosist.
Yeah.
D-power is 2, yep, there we go. We have that GG.
Yeah. So,
Sample. Evolution complete.
I mean, Chipbone played well there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the graphs kind of tell the story.
Yeah, I think they do. Sopley had a considerable lead. He kept it. The Dark Templar strategy not quite managing to catch him off guard or do enough
Right.
All of them fighting well within range
Of a
of
spore.
the spore crawlers. Multiple different spore crawlers, yeah.
Right.
So-
And, well, like I said, that rush really hits different. The 20 seconds, the 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? From exactly crisp. And so, like I said, Chimplone had every note correct. It's just there's an execution difference as our little lemming has been grinding away on the ladder. It's interesting to see how much you can grow in 3 months, 2 months.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes down to just identifying something that your gameplay is lacking. And then just focusing on that, getting it taken care of. And you saw multiple things. He had everything out the time it was supposed to be defensively. He had plenty of creep.
Yeah.
SC2 crash rebuild.
Oh, okay then.
What happened?
KJ's StarCraft went down, so
Oh.
we have to let this create and then just start over again on that one.
Okie dokie.
It's going to be a little while before it lets us through, though. But yeah, Sopley, big Cyril fan, and who isn't? But he also, likewise lives in the same country, Finland.
Yeah, but who isn't a Cyril fan? I mean,
That's what I was just saying. It's like he's a
I'm not from Finland, but I still hold Cyril responsible because I wanted was it Hero? No, it was Stats. I wanted Stats to win the world championship.
Oh, you mean way back BlizzCon 2000?
Me and Josh were the only ones rooting for Stats.
Oh, I'm sure someone else was. I bet Stats was written for Stats.
Yeah, Stats' mom was secretly rooting for Cyril.
Come on, let's get a non-Korean champ. You can do this, man.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun Barcraft, though.
Oh, fantastic. Spent a lot of that time trying to keep up with who would be taking care of my daughter, who still wasn't crawling yet.
Yes.
Alright, so pretty shortly this should be just pushing through, and then then erroring out, but we can probably, I don't know, should I just tell them all to just close StarCraft down and reopen it?
I don't see a reason to. If just one person crashed.
Well,
Unless
basically it's
really
still waiting
wrong.
on that person. We're about halfway loaded. And once it does load, we're just going to be all quitting.
Right, but we don't have to reload StarCraft.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys because my SCT is already back. So I think this is a timeout issue on Blizzard. So if you kind of kill it and make a new
Maybe.
game, that's
All right,
probably
I'll just
faster.
let everyone know to force to close.
Yeah, you could bring him back in here and let him know what's going on.
Oh, sure. All right, so
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 is a little stuck, so if everyone could bring up your task managers, just force it closed, and then we're going to reload. Sound good?
It's just getting into my music.
Well, you don't have... I mean, your music is separate. You can keep that playing, can't you?
Nah, it only works when I'm
It's not the
playing.
same? Oh, man.
Not the same. Oh. Mine finished.
Yeah. Well, if it does finish, go ahead and just, quit out of the game.
Impatient, hyper turtle.
Hey, it's a real-time strategy game. You gotta play fast and you gotta close it fast, alright? Okay, I'm gonna put you back in your lobby as we're gonna recreate. So, buddies, how is work going?
I've been we've been picked up a new client, so I'm working around the clock.
You sound like it. That's no nothing towards you. But...
I've got like 60 some odd hours in this week.
All right.
It's a few minutes. So, yeah, but like everything else is great. It's Josh's birthday today too, so
all right.
He's gonna be 6 months old today.
So what kinds of parties is he still young enough for now?
He does not want anything at the party. I ask him 100 million ideas, and he's like, "No, I don't want to do anything with my friends. I just want to be left alone for my birthday."
All right.
We could just leave me alone, and I'm gonna just be peaceful on my birthday. I want to do
classic
with you. Yeah, so we're gonna maybe get him a cupcake.
Maybe.
Like against as well. Who are we waiting for?
Maybe KJ.
No.
Yeah, still listed as in menus.
No, I'm here. So
you're in the party. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Chimpong.
Okay.
Well, we have 5 in our party, so.
So why isn't letting me create lobby?
Chimpong's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There. No.
Try to make it.
No, it's not letting me create lobby here. Damn.
Alright, Champion just has to log out of BNet and rejoin.
Yeah.
Just bring him in and tell him to do that, because I think he has the connection thing.
Yeah. He'll be back. All right, we are ready to rock. All right, bunnies, go ahead and join lobby. Yep.
I already did.
All right, we are going to be doing Magnetha. It is fascinating. I mean, Bunnies, you started where we could see your glasses and your hat. Now we can only see the very tip of your hat. It's like you just keep sinking further and further.
I do sink as I...
In your rabbit hole.
As the day goes on, I sink, I sink, I sink.
All right, in the lower right, we have our red Zerg. He is
Happily.
Evolution
and he
complete.
is representing
Angry Space Hares.
his opponent. In the blue, now playing Terran, he is.
Chen Pong.
And he is playing for.
Pulled the boys.
Alright. So yeah, Chienpone's been known to play Terran, especially in team games. And, you know, I'm kind of smelling some sort of early barracks rush. Yep. What do we got over there on the left?
It's a building.
A barracks.
And it's
Well, I mean,
another barracks.
at this point, what else can you do? You can rush command center, supply depot, or barracks, and barracks is a bit more effective.
I think he should have rushed Supply Depot. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to ask him how come he didn't proxy 3 Supply Depot rush.
You know, it's a doable thing.
I wonder if Supli's got 2 in the gas. I think he might know something's up.
Well,
Yeah,
spawn in
he
pool about
definitely knows
3/4 of the way
something up.
done. Yeah, and that's without his overlord even making it all the way there. I think one of the big things is he just saw an early SCV there. All right, we have a bunker being constructed. Sopley is going ahead, going after the SCV. So much that just comes down to where the SCV randomly chooses to move to, and it just keeps going the opposite way. All right, he knows about it. Another hero drone checking things out. Alright, SCV goes down. We're going to see if that Marine can manage to reach the bunker. Looks like... Oh, nope, nope.
Oh,
It
look
goes
at that
down.
hold position. That was really good, Micro.
Yeah, again, I doubt this is the first time in recent days that Sopoly's had to deal with this.
Yeah. No.
Alright. He has Spine
Marines are still
Crawler
good
almost
units.
done. They are.
Both the queens up front.
Ooh. Now that Overlord going down, that's a little tricky when he needs to be able to get the defenses out, but he does already have plenty of Zerglings.
Yeah.
2 more Overlords are on the way.
Yeah, he has enough just to surround this.
I think so. Speed's going to be a little while before it completes. A lot of this is just going to be making sure that he stays close to the creep.
Yeah, but it's another barracks going home on at home, a 3rd Rax, and he's going.
Yeah,
home.
I think already he's looking at just turtling up.
Well, this puts us down near double the supply, and
And
the Zerg. I think I don't know if he saw it going home, but he'll see the SCVs.
yeah, I think he's probably going to take a better look as soon as Speed finishes, and there we go. And look, he's got that Overlord right there, so he's keeping an eye on what's going on. Alright. Yeah, quickly manages to get them surrounded on all sides. Barracks gradually making their way back home. Just runs right by the bunker. Takes out the worker on the command center. I mean, in a moment, he's going to be able to start making more Marines. But to say he's on the back foot, that's understatement.
Yeah, the game's a little over.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a failed rush.
Right, and he very quickly realized it was that was the situation too. I mean, pretty quickly sending the barracks back home.
Yeah.
Got a couple of SCVs that are just there to repair.
But I don't think.
Oh, look at this Ghost Academy.
Ghost Academy.
Yeah, Chienpo's getting fancy.
I mean, yeah.
It's an option. And look at all of the barracks have tech labs, so he's going mass ghost.
Yeah.
I mean, there's room for surprise here. He's got cloak started.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think Sopoli is considering things too urgent. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with being realistic.
A Baneling.
Sopoli's like, oh, you're dead? Okay, let me oh, well, I can... I mean, the Baneling nest is going to be completed in just a moment. There's no reason to throw a bunch of Zerglings away.
Yeah. Yeah, You know, his workers are about the same as he played with last game. It's just the down, 3 times the supply in army and the inability to take an extra base.
Well, the ghosts...
Is it nuke or cloak? It's cloak.
Cloak. The ghosts only take 2 supply now, so yeah.
Did they fix the female ghost thing?
Not yet, but that is not a female ghost. That is a very manly ghost there. Oh, look at that Oh, man. Oh, we thought it survived. But yep, we are going nuke here. Now, Sopoli definitely has access to Overseer tech, as we just saw.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't think he's... Yeah, I don't know if he's really even going to get the chance to get a nuke going. If he does, it's going to be style points, but probably not going to win in the game. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they're decloaked now. Oh, one of them cloaks again.
Yeah, but there's not enough to stop.
Yeah, I mean, we're just really doing play-by-play there. Chienpo very quick to point out that there's no way he can win this, and there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, Angry Space Hares have taken the first 2 points. Just for those watching, each of these matchups, we have 2 of them, and it goes towards the total score of the teams. Chienpo, how's it feeling now that ghosts are only 2 supply again? You were able to take advantage of that?
They still suck.
Okay, I will note that.
Hey, I'll say. In the late game, they're good. I swear, I'm not dumb or anything. But in the early game, they do kind of suck. They're too expensive. Because they do no damage. I know.
Well, they fire very slowly. That's the big thing. You took out that Overseer that almost escaped, and we were like, all right. And then just as we said that, you finished shooting it down. So there you go. They now have more health too, despite having light, which is not good against Baneling. So, yep, good stuff.
Also,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Having played against Zerg, I actually don't like the centrifugal hooks buff. That's kind of unfair.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those things they put it in there, they took it away, they brought it back. I don't know.
It's basically good against, for example, it can survive the 1 siege tank shot, so you can't just park your tanks and no banelings can get through.
Yeah, wait, in the challenge for Wings of Liberty, there's you have to one-shot this baneling horde.
You're talking about
and
StarCraft Master. Yeah, that arcade game.
Does it get updated too? Is that impossible?
No, no. The StarCraft Master is still set towards Wings of Liberty. There's even a challenge there for attacking your own pylon with a Void Ray to power it up, and then attacking the opponent while it's still powered up. So no, these changes do not affect anything that's set to Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm. I've heard it does affect some things, like maybe Direct Strike. So,
the
Yeah,
Swarm
it
does.
affects Direct Strike.
Yeah, and that's another nice thing that the Banelands can make it through a little bit more easily now. Sopley, very solid play. You were able to figure out where things are going. You were ready for the Dark Templars, and in the second game, you were ready for the Marines.
If you play ladder enough, you encounter every cheese known to mankind. So I'm just kind of like numb to all the cheeses. I just like.
That's
okay.
what we were saying.
Yeah, like it's not. Before it was kind of like okay, a bit panic and what do I do? Maybe overreact and waste my economy. But now it's just like okay, here comes this. I do this, and then we just continue. I like because I knew like okay, you go to proxy racks, you don't have the economy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just went from there basically. Then we just baneling boss to win.
Yeah, I think in both those matches, you were pretty cool and collected. You didn't feel any need to try to hit back right away if there wasn't an opening for it. So
yeah,
I think
I was
you got
trying
the
to
game
get
sense.
to in the first game. I was trying multiple times to get through the wall, but I just saw that there was too much stuff, and I knew like okay, the more I do almost same amount of damage if I don't give him the third base. So
Honestly, I think I may have been able to win the first game if hold position had decided to work. Because those two zealots that let your zealots in, they were hold positions.
Yeah. The wall inspector is pretty tough, but Sopley, he was pretty quick both games. Hey, Hyper Turtle, I have to step away for a minute.
All right.
I'll be back.
Just let me know. Let me know when you're ready again. We're going to be moving on to Code S, which is our highest level of competition here. So thank you, Chienpo, and thank you, Sopley.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you for having me.
All right. We are getting into our Code S. Looks like we got both of you on camera. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you? I'm having a good day for now.
Well, let's hope that continues there.
Hope so, hope so.
Doing... Okay, and Lighthood, I'm inviting you to party.
Okay. Accept. I'm in.
All right, wonderful. We're going to be starting on ley lines.
A long time since I played some StarCraft 2. Not gonna lie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm not grinding a lot like I used to.
Hmm.
I switched to CS2. I'm playing Counter-Strike.
Okay, yeah, that's always been confusing. There's SC2 and there's CS2.
Yeah.
And
they're not even similar, but the name is similar, so.
They've been staying in the esports scene for a long time, both of them. So I got to give them that.
Pretty old games.
Yeah. You know, CS2 is kind of like Overwatch 2. It's kind of more of a update to the game than a sequel.
Exactly.
But boy, it's hung in there. And I know that some of its sister franchises like Team Fortress and Half-Life continue to at least be getting updates. So good stuff. All right,
we've been getting some updates for StarCraft 2, so
yeah, that has been a nice change.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they've also been pretty quick to also update the things they've broken. So, you know, fingers crossed for the ghost skin stuff.
Yeah, that was so hard. And my brother told me about it and was like, damn, I should buy that skin.
Yeah, well, we're asking people to stay away from the lady skins for this day anyway. But boy, you can have some fun on the ladder. All right,
exactly.
Little Reaper, how you doing today?
Good. I hope I can take like one game, but like I'm gonna try to do two. I think that the rest of my team's gonna win because like they're just like really good.
All right.
I'm just gonna try my best.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna get you both into your lobbies, and we are gonna get moving here. to Lighthood.
All right, man. He just he.
Yep.
This is I think this is the biggest challenge since Little Reaper faced Top Terran Veils back in the day, right?
Yep, Little Reaper. He's willing to give it a shot, and he's been known to punch way above his weight.
Yeah.
Just generally very solid early game play, and if he can get that advantage, he can keep it. Lighthood, meanwhile, hey, not a lot in common, as they say, with CS:GO and StarCraft 2. But we saw previous weeks, even when he's not practicing, he's very solid, especially with the Barracks play. Alright, in the lower left, we have our blue. Protoss he is.
Little Reaper.
And he is playing for the team of
Pulled the Boys.
his opponent, the Terran, in the red. His name is
Lighthood.
And he is fighting for
Angry Space Hares.
I think this is their first match ever, of course, because this is top Codes.
Yeah, Lighthood usually has been playing in Code. I mean, Little Reaper has usually been playing in Code. Lighthood has, it's been interesting because Lighthood and his brother Harus they've very much usually ended up facing off against Dark Menace and Neutrophil, who are brothers. But this is their other brother, Little Reaper, and he's very crafty. He can catch you off guard. So a lot of this is going to come down to what happens early on, and how much pressure can be applied, how well Lighthood can basically stand up to the initial attacks here. But he has more than shown that he can do that in the past. Alright, that probe making itself very visible. Looked kind of like he was considering trying to block the command center, but that's of, I'd say, limited effectiveness against Terran, since they can just build and then lift off. Pretty standard so far, with the expansions going down and the Reaper going out to see what he's up against. We're going to be starting with an Adept. And getting the second gas down right here. So Little Reaper is new, have been playing quite a bit. I'm very curious how much the recent changes will come into play, since Lighthood, by admission, he hasn't really had a chance to, play against the new Storm, to try out, take advantage of some of the changes that have been made to the Ghost and to the Viking, as far as prices, supply, health goes. But fortunately, Terran's had the least changes put towards it, and as far as the Ghost thing goes, a lot of that was just reverting previous changes, but the fact that it has a light tag on it, that could catch him by surprise if he's up against Colossus. The Reaper getting a few free hits while that Adept was on move command. Alright, just one more hit he needs, and look at that. Look at Lighthood's Reaper control. He has not lost a step when it comes to that. Lighthood, as far as our players go, one of the scariest if he chooses to Reaper Rush. And just generally, his infantry control, I think I'll pretty much second to none as far as our Code S players go. He's also very good at doing multiple drops at once. Little Reaper, where he tends to do is just very solidly building towards early gateway aggression and really hitting hard with his first attack, and then making sure to maintain that lead. So early Stalkers with Blink or early Dark Templar, he can catch people just off guard enough to just completely put them behind, if not win the game outright. We do have the High Templar, the Templar Archives, just completing here. Storm, of course, has gone through a lot of changes, to the point where it's almost hard to keep track of, or sometimes follow what some of those patch notes even mean. But in general, it does not do damage as quickly. But it lasts longer, and it covers a slightly larger area. I guess another change is the range has been decreased a little, so the High Templar has to get a little bit closer to where it puts the storm down. So oh, here we go. Hellion drop right there. 3 Hellions are going after the probes. Most of the line pulled, but not the... Oh, excellent warp in to block them. And Lighthood, look at that. Just straight, right away, picks them up. Threatens to drop them there, but the Stalkers are already moving in. That is some incredible high-level play on both sides here. In the end, Little Reaper taking very little damage compared to what he could have. He lost some probes because he wasn't able to select them as they were hopping into the assimilators. And Storm just about to finish. I am very curious what Little Reaper has to offer using that new Storm. Typically... Oh, here we go. Liberation Zone going down. Liberators, one of their little changes is their vision is decreased a little, so they can't always shoot at everything in there. And the medevac goes down. Lighthood loses the medevac and 3 Hellions. Still, during all of this, he is making it very difficult for Little Reaper to use to get the full benefit out of all of his probes. He's had to pull from those mineral lines multiple times here. If you look at the supply, Lighthood is actually way ahead in army supply. So the big difference maker, I think, here is that Little Reaper just hasn't had a chance to accumulate the kind of army that he usually likes to early on. He did power up one of those High Templar using the energy overcharge. Got quite a few infantry upgrades coming out. Stem, +1 weapons, +1 armor. Lighthood preparing to take his third, just as Little Reaper is taking his. This is a very interesting match here. Liberator shooting down, trying to take out probes, and Little Reaper being very quick to reposition his Stalkers, and he gets the Liberator. Little Reaper has been playing so impressively when it comes to his defenses. And yes, Lighthood does need his third. He was just changing that command center into an orbital. I think he might be playing a little bit cautiously. I don't think he knows just how much of a lead he has as far as army supply. Little Reaper, however, 10 workers ahead. Alright, there we go. Orbital is about to land. Workers are already being transferred. Charge on the way for Little Reaper. And the reduction, I think, is going to be the big difference maker here. Lighthood just constantly pumping out Marines, Marauders, and tanks. Combat shields getting about 75% complete. And just as Little Reaper is expanding is when this is hitting. That's a lot of money that just got tied up in that new Nexus. So it's going to be all about what he can do with this first engagement. The tanks are sieging. He also has Widow Mines here. Stem going down, and he is focusing on that Nexus. The Nexus is going to go down. There's that new Storm. Very hard to get out of the way of that with the tanks, and we are actually losing quite a few Marines here. Still, a very clear army lead for Lighthood. His Marines and Marauders are definitely low on health. He does have the medevacs, but each of them can only heal one at a time. I don't think it's going to matter here. The Marines and Marauders chasing after. Oh, and an excellent Storm there. But still, 55 army supply to only 10. And I think Lighthood is in a pretty comfortable position here. Only 2 bases are up currently for Little Reaper. He had to cancel one. Well, the other one got destroyed. And Lighthood has more than enough army just to keep this on. Another Nexus looks like it's about to go down. Ghost Tech is almost complete. And he just has more and more units heading over here. And we have the GG. Excellent work from Little Reaper, but the trick here is he just kept falling further and further behind in supply. Lighthood was able to keep him busy the whole time while just building up that high DPS army. And Angry Space Hares is now up to 3 wins. Next map will be Incorporeal. And KJ, if we can get you back into the lobby. Alright, we're going again. I'd expect that Little Reaper is probably going to try a little bit earlier aggression this time. It's what he's really made his name on. And try to get some early damage in to make sure that his opponent can't just keep building up and building up. Alright, they are ready to go. This time we are going to be playing on Incorporeal. Little Reaper says, ready. I'm extremely ready. We have Extreme Little Reaper to contend with right here. Then he says, sheesh, I'm done for. Oh, Lighthood said that. Little Reaper, I'm super ready. Yep, just keeps going there.
You are watching
In the upper left, we have our blue Protoss. He is.
Little Reaper.
And he is playing for the team of
Pulled the Boys.
his opponent, the Terran. In the red, he is
Lighthood.
and he is representing
Angry Space Hares.
Oh, and when we're calling out birthdays, my nephew Spencer, he has a birthday in 2 days, and we're going to be having a little dinner for him today. He's already following in my footsteps a little bit, mostly doing Switch games at the moment. And yeah, almost getting the urge to reinstall. Hey, you know, the urge is where it starts. I'm actually, personally, I'm taking a little bit of time off from StarCraft 2 until they fix that ghost bug. I'm pretty sure they'll be doing it pretty quickly. But in the meantime, I've been doing a little bit of StarCraft 1, and mostly getting run over. Yeah, I'm seeing what I can do to get him into StarCraft 2. I don't know. Like I said, he's been playing a lot of Mario Kart, and he's been watching a lot of Minecraft. So, who knows? Okay, we'll take a look at this. Lighthood, going ahead with the 3 racks. He's got 1 Reaper on the way. I'm very curious whether we're going to be seeing a Reaper rush there. Little Reaper, just keep an eye on the center with that Xel'Naga Watchtower. The Ghost Bog, currently, if you have one of the female ghost skins, which in the editor are considered a different unit, so Mira's Marauders, Tyrador, or Covert Operative, those guys, because the change for the recent ghost change didn't register for them, they tried to fix that, and instead they made it so that if it's a female ghost skin, they provide 2 supplies. So I don't think it's going to take them long to fix that. They've been very quick so far, and it sounds like everything's internal now, so they don't have to wait for the committees to decide on stuff, the councils. So yes, they are overlords in very tight outfits. Alright, yep. We are going full-on Reaper Rush here, and Lighthood is very, very good with this. His control on them. It's also tricky to defend with, since those Reapers can hop up on high ground or attack the low ground, so Little Reaper's gonna have to get some stuff out here. Right now, all he has is one Adept, so this could do a lot of harm to him. Yeah, that Adept also very beaten up already. There is another here. 3 grenades landed at the feet of that Adept. I think it bounced away from all but one of them. Getting the warp gate going. And that battery is going to go down in just a moment. We are up to 6 Reapers right now versus 3 Adepts. A lot of this is going to be about focus fire and about movement. And the obnoxious thing here is they can, if there's units they don't want to fight in one direction, Pylon goes down, they can just go around and hop up the other direction. However, if you want a unit that can be in 2 places at once, the Adept is great for it. Looks like he's going to be sticking with these current Reapers. He's got the Stargate, the Starport coming, and he started researching STEM, so I think he's pretty happy with what he can accomplish right now. All about the sniping here. Anyway, yeah, the current, whoever's working on StarCraft 2 internally right now, they've been pretty quick, and they seem very knowledgeable about how to fix bugs. That's been one of the big things. The last 2 patches have had, like, a, multiple paragraphs worth of bug fixes. Some of which I'd never even heard of, so... They've also been finally getting around to doing some things like rewording some of the tooltips for special abilities and upgrades that didn't have the correct information before or hadn't been updated in the past. So, I don't know, it's good stuff. Bad bug, yes indeed, but we made sure that everyone knows they can't use those 3 skins. Which is a pity. I love the Covert Operative skin and the 1 in 100 chance with each one you produce that it might actually look and sound like Nova, while still having the same stats as the normal Ghost. I always feel this extra urgency to keep any Nova Ghost safe. Alright, well, Little Reaper's putting pressure on in the front, but that allows these Reapers to move wherever they want. We've got some Zealots being warped in. They do have charge. But yeah, I've been receiving some coaching for both StarCraft games. I'm trying to just open up more that I can do with them. Alright. So with the Adepts, Lighthood was forced to pull his natural. I don't think those Adepts are going to last long, though. Right now they're even in army supply. It's going to be a question of who can keep the pressure up more. Right now, Little Reaper is actually ahead in workers. Another thing I'd like to do is learn how to play Direct Strike, but not by playing the regular people on there that freak out if you don't already know when you get started. So, definitely looking for anyone who wants to just kind of try it out and learn to play. I do have the premium version of that, as well as the premium version of, I think it's Arcstar, which is that little role-playing game thing. And after all that action with the Adepts and the Reapers, we're getting a little bit of quiet. Alright, Medevac's coming out. And Little Reaper is going with Storm again. I think that's something that he's been practicing with more. I think in the past, I usually think of him as someone who just goes with a whole lot of Zealot Stalkers and Dark Templar. But Storm can definitely turn things to your advantage. Obviously, those of us who like Storm have had to make some little adjustments here and there, but it hasn't actually been too bad. In general, you know, they're calling it more of a zoning tool now. But even though it doesn't do damage as quickly, you can cover so much more area for a lot longer. But yeah, one of the big things they've been demonstrating is it can't actually even keep up with medevac heal at the moment. Ooh. So Lighthood, I don't know if he's going to be sieging the high ground or getting a very big drop ready. I think he's basically just deciding what to do next. Oh, it's going to be a big drop. There we go. Medevacs are coming right in, right where the gateways are, with one siege tank on the low ground doing support. And here come the storms. Feedbacks as well. I like that. Your medevacs cannot heal the stormed units if there's no energy for them. At the moment, Lighthood, again, taking a supply advantage, though. And we have... Little Reaper has some units that are just kind of sitting there out on the map. He needs to remember to bring those back. He can hit from both sides if he wants to. F2 isn't always a bad thing. And this could very easily snowball out of control. Yeah, look at this. No production going on for Little Reaper right now. Upgrades, Ghost Academy, and more infantry are being made for Lighthood right now. It's going back home. Those medevacs might need more than a little bit of repairing. Now, one thing Little Reaper does have going for him is he has that third base established. Lighthood is a little bit ahead in worker supply still. But basically, Little Reaper has to be ready for the next phase of this. It does not look like Lighthood is planning to back off. Here we come. The MMMM. He's got the Marines, the Marauders, the Medivacs, and one mine in the siege tank behind that. The siege tank does get left behind. I wonder if that was intentional, whether like the siege tank was actually bait to get everything clumped up for that mine blast. And there he is, getting right into the main again. Storms are going down, and that SimCity makes it difficult to get out of them. That infantry, very hurt between the damage they've taken and the injections they've given themselves, but quite a bit of that army is just able to leave again after doing that damage. 18 probes went down there. And meanwhile, look at that. 4 medevacs are just still hanging out there. And Little Reaper feeling the pressure. He is sending everything across the map. He is down to 2 bases, one of which is almost out of things to mine. Another big thing he's lacking is a warp prism. He does not have anything to offensively warp things in. And you see, as soon as this attack starts, the medevacs move back into his opponent's base. We could have a little bit of a base trading situation here, but there is a lot still left on Lighthood's side of the map. If necessary, Little Reaper can recall into his main again. Little by little, the supply count is favoring Lighthood more and more. He's pulled the boys, he has, despite that being the enemy team's name. 35 SCVs have gone down. Right now there are only, well, there's still 24 workers left for Little Reaper, but I think his opponent is more interested in depowering things, destroying that other Nexus. And this is the point that no matter what happens here, Little Reaper isn't going to be able to do much to come back from this. And look at Lighthood just popping guys back into the medevac and dropping them again. Cleanup completes, but here comes another round of M, and M. And we have the GG. The Angry Space Hares are ahead 4-0 right now.
Angry Space Hares. Space
All right,
Hares.
we are going to bring them in. All right, Little Reaper and Lighthood, fantastic games there. Little Reaper, your defensive game has really evolved since the last time I saw you.
He really did very good.
Oh,
I really thought that.
excellent.
Sometimes I thought that I'm gonna finish the game, but he keeps defending.
Okay, Lighthood Von Lipfig wants to know like what that headset is made out of, like the microphone and everything.
Oh, the microphone is I'm gonna a sponge. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I use the sponge on it, so I get less echo and stuff like that. noise.
Okay,
And
that's good to
for
know.
yeah, it's homemade. Better than nothing.
Sure. Yep. Well, it's very bright, very colorful. I love it.
Oh, thank
Big
you.
question I had about the second game. You had that whole attack where you had the Marines and Marauders and Medivacs heading in. You left a mine and a tank behind. I'm curious, did you intentionally leave that tank behind so the mine could hit everything that attacked it?
Yeah, I did that. And the same times I wanted to finish the Nexus, kill many props as I can, and run away. And I think I did the damage I wanted.
Yep, yeah, you definitely did. I love that single siege tank being used as bait for that single mine.
And it really
Yep.
hits a lot of his
A
armor.
lot of zealots.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I think you were able to keep up with that pretty well, despite not having a lot of experience against some of the changes. Little
Yeah.
Reaper,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of time you're thought of as primarily an offensive player. I liked what
Yeah.
you were able to do there. You were able to shoot down that harassment so quickly.
He really amazed me. Not gonna lie.
I think so. Yeah, so many people underestimate our friend here.
No, I didn't underestimate, but sometimes like you think you're gonna finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
You have an attack and you think that you did a lot of damage, so you think it's done. Then his defense are really good.
Yeah. I think production was the big difference maker, Lighthood. You were just constantly building your army and building your army. So in the end, a lot of that stuff didn't matter as much as it might have. So, good
Yeah.
games again, and you have you're doing the bunnies proud. You are ahead 4-0 at the moment, so they just have to take 2 more maps.
That's all my goal. So my goal is to make him happy. I think I wish he is.
Yeah, it's nice to see him happy. I mean, obviously he seems a little bit overtired right now. He's been plumbing his little heart away.
Yeah, I can see that. I have a question. Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't like Dark Menace be here or something? No. I was expecting to
Well,
play them.
I think that's a question for him or Neutrophil, but I don't see any of them here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But real life, and that's the advantage of this team setup, that we're able to just put in the people who are available.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, not have to just postpone things. All right. Well,
But
we're
to
gonna be moving on.
honest,
Go on.
their little brother did pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
That was a
And
good
yeah, I think this setup has definitely benefited your family and the other people in Africa, Europe. So we're definitely
Yep.
moving ahead on this. Alrighty, we are moving on to Code B then.
Okay, thank you for the games.
Alrighty.
Ciao.
Alright, so we are moving in with Monkey Shaman and Pebble. And I'm inviting you both to party right now.
Right on.
Need that camera.
Cameras are required here. And bunnies, are you able to cast again?
Bunnies.
I see his hat again. Alright, there we go. Alright. Well, how's everyone doing here? We are going to be going to, slightly lower ranked players. Code B.
Feeling pretty well. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday morning. My team is down so far, so Gonna try to make some magic happen and have some
No
good
pressure,
games.
man. No
None.
pressure.
I'm gonna try and dispel.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I love it when we do these shortly after a bunch of patches, because you get to see who has been paying attention to the changes and is getting some stuff ready revolving around them, and who gets to react to them on the fly, which isn't always a bad thing. Right here, observer.
Midgard is Pebbles. Pebbles is
Yep.
Midgard.
And yeah. And yeah, going in there is Jormungandr, the world devouring serpent, or the pebble devouring serpent.
I think
We
if you
will
get the world, you
definitely-
gotta get the Pebbles, right?
Yeah, start somewhere, man. Okay, here, we've got some questions in the chat. How old is Little Reaper and how old is Pebble?
This is like
Pebble,
FSL trivia.
Yeah, there is, and, we go through that. Oh, I guess, Bunnies is not available here. Let me remove...
I'm gonna put in my guesses. I think Little Reaper's like 11 and Pebbles like 15. Those are my guesses.
You're closer. I'll be like 15 in a couple months.
Okay,
All right.
That's pretty close.
So, you gonna be getting your permit soon? Probably around the end of the school year, right? I don't know. It's been a while for me. All right, but KJ, how old? If you're all right with saying it, how old is Little Reaper now? Because he has grown up before our very eyes. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll bring it in soon. But you ready to play it?
I am.
All right. Here's general. Two players in lobby. Yep. Okay. I'm going to move you to your individual lobbies, and we will get started with Code B.
All right. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, we definitely try for a mix. Ages, skill levels, where they are in the world. Alright, Zerg versus Random Time. Monkey Shaman is one of our newer players. I believe
Sorry,
he started
guys, we
last
have to do
season.
that thing
Yep.
again, where we have to kill
Oh
the thing.
no! I don't want to do it again. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have to end task on our game and reload it again. And Bunnies, were you asking me to put you in or take you out?
No, pull me into the chat.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
I saw.
We're gonna end task now, and
So relaunch SC2.
Yeah, relaunch SC2, and let's all do it because we found out last time it ends up being tricky if not everyone does it.
Is there just like a known crash kind of bug going on?
I don't know, and I'm not sure whether it's affected everyone in the match or whether we're just getting one person. But it'll hang there when it does that. If one person gets kicked, then it hangs for everyone.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zombie Grub and the documentary that she's doing on the history of StarCraft esports. That's where this t-shirt's from. I'm hoping we're going to be getting more of those interview videos pretty soon. Alright, I'm going to invite everyone to party. Again.
Accepted.
And... Midgard.
Yeah.
Now Pebble, I'm not sure if you have to leave the game and go back there again, but I'm checking it out. Where were we? Persephone. Yeah. KJ,
So-
for some reason it shows you as in-game. I don't know.
Alright, let me
Available,
reload.
available. Yeah.
I've seen it as in menus for 2 minutes, so that's strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and Pebble, if you could close out of StarCraft and open it again too. All right. Invite to party.
It's weird. I feel like in the last 4 years, it's been harder to get the games to work correctly.
I don't know. Probably depends.
Like, it might just be my memory, but like the early years of the FSL, I never felt like we had to restart.
Well, there used to be more servers, as far as StarCraft 2 goes. I don't know what else might be involved.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's just they cut off servers and tried to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I didn't have a reason for it. It just felt like we used to do this and we never had anyone disconnect, and now it feels like it happens once a stream.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, not to get too technical, but I bet you they're just not handling all these sessions properly, terminating them with timeouts. So it's a performance.
Yeah, and Pebbles, it still shows Pebbles in game. I don't know.
He has to log out and log in like I did. Just log out. You don't have to restart StarCraft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give that a try.
Yeah, my theory is if you don't log out, you have this zombie process in there that says you're in, and then it doesn't work.
Okay,
So you have to
that'd make sense actually,
out.
where it still has the server still considers you to be in that queue.
Yep, it's just I think it's a performance thing if they're cutting down all these servers. So that's my theory on this.
Yeah. At least they're doing more licensing here. Good a time as any. I got U2s for Kerrigan, Nova, and Zeratul. Those arrived last week. Please put them on my dresser. Swap out the Carbot guys soon. Carbot actually is looking at doing some new Blizzard-themed plushies again. They're doing a vote on his YouTube channel about which ones. And it still shows Midgard in-game. I don't know.
Hey, Ricardo, what are the contenders for the...
back in?
It's, I'd say mostly characters who appeared in the Hero Storm cartoons. Kind of those versions of them. So you got some units like Hydralisk and Ultralisk, but you also have a bunch of main characters. So I know he's been showing off the Barbarian from Diablo, Raynor, Kerrigan, Arthas. He's kind of showing them little by little, and each time having people vote on what their favorite is from each group.
I've got Carbot's rendition of the Barbarian doing the leap attack sound just like burned into my memory. Like, yeah, exactly.
The leap attack, or just when okay, now Midgard is available. Yes, also, like when he has him do his taunt to try to make things pop out or whatever. And two barbarians getting in each other's faces. I love it, but clearly he's been in contact with Blizzard again. I know one of the things that they said was that they really wanted to do more Hero Storm episodes, but that it just wasn't getting enough viewership. And obviously Elden Ring has been just a goldmine for them. Bunnies, go ahead and join the lobby.
We're ready to go.
But yeah, I loved it. Jonathan, the main Carbot guy, he actually posted in Reddit recently with his own idea of how Storm should work. So Carbot is still watching us. We may not He may not be as directly involved, but him and his brothers still are keeping up with things. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna move you both to your individual lobbies, and we'll see what happens this time. Oh yeah, they released the Zerglin plushie twice for Carbot, once in purple, once in pink. All right, good job, Feelpad. He's got the plushie. All right. Okay, it looks like it's moving now.
Yeah. So, this matchup.
You are watching.
Monkey Shaman only has a couple games played, and I didn't see any for Pebble.
Well, speaking of which, in the lower left, we have our green Protoss. He is
Monkey Shaman.
And he is playing for the team of
Pulled the Boys.
His opponent, the Zerg, in the red. He is
Pebble.
And he represents the team of
Angry Space Hares.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying close enough attention, but those little hexagons in the natural, have the map makers actually started like showing you not only where you should put your main base structure, but also where you're supposed to put your pylon to wall off? Because that seems like what that is, and I've definitely misplaced my initial pylon against Zerg plenty of times. We're playing lower levels, so I don't. Monkey Shaman isn't bothering with like a natural wall off.
It's going right to the gold.
Ooh. Oh man, you know, I love different kinds of cheese. Eco cheese being one of them, but also I love it when like the lower level players try something really fancy, because you tend to see very different execution of it. You know, they're figuring things out for themselves. They're usually not copying a pro player, move per move.
Mm-hmm.
But this could be very interesting, and we're gonna have to see what Pebble takes from it when he sees that there isn't a single structure in that natural. Is he going to be thinking that this is early aggression? Is he going to think that there might be a hidden base somewhere? Is he just going to pick up, just keep going with what he's already got? Ooh, probe on drone action. That probe is outnumbered.
Yeah. Do you know what MMR Monkey Shaman is, or Pebble? Oh, he's going to try to get it? Is he? I think he wins. Look back.
So, if we're tied, there is an ace match. So, if we end up at 4-4, then there's one final map where both teams choose a player, usually whoever's still available, to try for that final point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is there's a lot of pressure on Pull the Boys right now. They have to win every map.
Wait. The Zerglings are headed right for the goal.
Yeah, they are. Oops.
And they pulled away.
Or are they? I think he might have actually been sending them towards the opposite corner and then remembered that both players are on the west side in this map.
Yeah. There's a single zealot, so...
Yeah.
Oh, is this guy transferring? Where's this guy going?
I don't know.
Mr. Burns?
Now, speed is not being researched yet. That's going to be a bit of an issue for Pebble. And yeah, I mean,
a lot of
we've
Zerglings,
seen...
though.
Yep, we've seen these guys played before. I believe Pebble is the master of having all of his overlords patrol chasing each other in a conga line.
Yeah.
That was him, right?
Yes,
all right.
Of course it's him. He started it, and then the conga line... Oh, he's got it going. No, he just hasn't picked it up. He's been paying attention to, like, video game stuff.
Oh, man, come on, dude. Nothing's more important than conga.
Though. Monkey Shaman definitely got away with the gold.
Yeah, and he was making use of Chrono Boost as well. Sometimes with their code B, we don't always see them remembering to make use of the macro abilities.
Still no speed.
Yeah, that's gonna really limit how useful those Zerglings are.
We don't have charge or anything, so
Yeah,
they're
we're also
slow
seeing
locked.
Pebble, right? Pebble
Although
supply block.
it is an adept all-in.
All right,
Or
I love
I don't
seeing
even know if
this.
it's an all-in. It's a 3 base, just an adept pressure,
Okay.
I guess.
Well, I mean anything. Oh, he's doing glaives too, so
Yeah.
Monkey Shaman definitely kind of going ahead with the upgrades. We have a forge on the way as well. I'm not sure if Pebble has a plan
Holy
right now.
buckets. Pebble, you look at his tab, his production tab.
Yeah, I'm looking. Believe me, I am looking.
That is a boatload of overlords.
Well, like I said, you got to have a lot of dancers to conga.
Yeah. And now that I think they're going to be pulled into the conga line. I like
Maybe.
the creep spread. A lot of low-level Zergs don't spread any creep, so to see the
Right.
creep moving forward is pretty great.
Yeah, I know last week there were a couple cases that we were noting that there wasn't even creep between the natural and the main in some cases.
Yeah.
Alright, so that Zealot is kind of taking a look ahead. And there they are. The Overlords are indeed circling around together.
But
and at the same time, we have that Adept attack, and, the Zerglings turn around.
Oh,
They're
the
coming back
Zerglings
to
should not
defend.
turn around. That is the wrong move.
No, especially when they don't have speed.
Right.
The Roaches can do pretty well for themselves once they do pop. There's 9 in production right now.
Yeah, but those Zerglings could have made it an all-in.
They could have made it a base trade, yeah.
Look, yeah, just because then the Roaches come back and clean up, but
Glaive Adepts versus Zerglings. Not much of a contest, but these Roaches can do pretty well. Monkey Shaman does make the right call there and starts shading guys away.
Yeah. He has to get his workers back to work, though.
Yeah, he has to get those back to work. Meanwhile, Monkey Shaman needs to start getting some more army here. Right now, he really doesn't have anything that counters Roaches, but fortunately, they're not moving across.
Yeah, an F2. It's crazy how often just an F2A move would win at the lower levels.
An F2A move to the opponent's side of the map. I think that's the big thing there. Yeah, one thing we see in the lower levels is, the curse of indecisiveness. Yeah. They're not always sure when to go on the offensive, and so much of the time we end up with them basically just leaving each other alone. Yeah. And yeah, as Goat's Chant says, this would have been way different if those Zerglings would have been a lot more useful making their own worker kills than they were against those Adepts. That's a definite.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And guys are still learning. So.
Yeah, that's the Greepire move. Oh, you're attacking me. Well, it's a one-way trip for you then. But I think because he didn't do that, I think that Monkey Shaman's gonna run away with this game.
Yeah, which likewise basically takes the series, although we're still going to be doing the 2-on-2 match regardless.
No, Pebble is my team. Midgard.
Really? Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll see what happens next then.
Yeah, I mean, Pebble just has to win one game.
Okay. And yeah. Alright. Well, I think Pebble's doing the right thing here. He is taking 2 expansions. And Nidus! That could be interesting.
I'd like to see him... I mean, he's got 13 drones in production, which is the correct move.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that, evens out the workers.
Mm-hmm. But it's 4 base to 4 base, but the one's a gold, and it's been mining happily.
He's already finished mining out some of the patches there. Gold minerals, it means your workers carry more per each trip. So, it's the same amount to begin with, but it runs out faster. I'm very curious what tech we got. Warp Prism is coming out along with Blink. So it really feels like both of them want to do something on their opponent's side. either with the Warp Prism or with the Nidus. And we also have Burrow move being researched for the Roaches. Burrow and Speed are already done, so whatever we're going to be seeing, it's going to be something fairly sneaky. And
like
there
the
is a proxy
from,
pylon, by the way, over on way over on the left.
But wait to ask you about that for a minute, because yeah, I want to. Do you think? Oh, it's gonna be found right away.
Yes.
Oh, or not.
It won't.
Look at that sneaky spot. He's like, something
boy.
came from over there. I wonder what it is.
Go west, my friend. Go west.
I do like the Immortals. An Immortal.
Yep. A 2 Immortal there. And he has 2 robotics facilities in play.
Yeah,
one
Immortals.
Indeed.
So even though the game, like the army's supply looks pretty close, it's not close. The
Roaches
versus 4 Immortals.
Exactly. Immortal Stalker can really wreck Roaches. However, no detection for Monkey Shaman, so they could potentially burrow and get out of there, but it's tricky. They heal faster while they're burrowed as well.
So look at that warping that he just did.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a lot coming out, and they're heading straight for his opponent's third.
I don't know if you can blink in there. I think you actually can't.
I mean, you can blink from the third to the main, but no, not from there. I think it's built specifically with
that
no blinking from here in mind.
Yeah. The conga line's getting pretty long.
It is. It's a thing of beauty.
But I think the game ends here.
Yeah. And something I've seen from Pebble is he gets that, like, burrow move tack, but doesn't end up really using it.
It was good. It was good stutter step there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for... the Immortals got there very late.
Still...
It killed all the Roaches, but those are all Hydras. Hydras do okay against...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both Immortals going down there, so... A lot of workers being lost here, though.
Yeah, but it's not the decisive blow.
Not decisive, no. And hopefully, I'm hoping Pebble remembers that those Roaches can be healed very quickly if you burrow them for a moment.
I don't think that's in the cards, my friend.
All right.
Also, I think that with the APM and the level, I don't think it's even worth that type of...
Even in between fights.
Yeah. I'd like to see an F2A move.
Yeah.
Just send it.
That might be what we're getting.
Yeah. You win a fight.
And that creep highway going halfway across the map, not bad.
Yeah. And he's got 12 more Roaches in production. He's like, hey, I have plenty of money. I don't need any more.
Well, look at the army supply right now, 34 to 86, and again deceptive because Roaches cost a little bit more supply than they're worth. We've got a bunch of warpins going on here, bunch of High Templar actually, and they're being turned into Archons.
I think that's actually 100% the wrong move.
Gosh. I mean, they can be focused down even if they do that anti-bio damage.
It's a weird. They should just F2. Like, sometimes anti-micro there, where you're trying to focus on something.
And those probes that are kind of sitting in the middle now, too.
Those actually were aggroing pretty good against to keep the Archons alive.
Oh, and there's that Nidus. I love it. Just a basic reinforcement. You know, basically his own proxy pylon there.
Yeah, but he's pushing through, and I can't imagine the Protoss getting enough to stop
Protoss lost some reduction there, and right now you run the risk of anything he sends down to the natural just getting picked off 1 or 2 at a time.
Well, I think the natural's broken.
And check that out. Right-click attack, right-click attack. He is controlling very well, making sure that they don't just clump up at the ramp.
I think my team has secured the 5X.
Vengeance for bodies.
Yes. I honestly thought Shaman had it for a while, but his attack got a little disjointed, and...
Right. A bunch of them were attacking the mineral line, while others were just kind of being sacrificed to
kind of one at a
the
time.
Entire army.
Yeah. Oh, Nope, and the gold has mined out.
Yeah, and this is when he's losing his natural and his third, and the main is almost mined out too.
The main is, there's nothing mining in the main.
Yeah,
I don't think he's mining at all.
I think there's 25 workers left for Monkey Shaman, but they're all over where those mined out minerals in the gold were.
Yeah, he's taking extra bases. I mean, if these triple upgrade is the most ambitious triple upgrade a guy could get. You should slap down the D2 shrine before it's too late. My Protoss Heart, you gotta slap it down right now, buddy.
There's not a lot of structures left, that's the thing.
No. If he loses
three warp gates, one robo.
Nope. He lost it and can't slap it down. Game ends. The last thing he could do is our hero only has the single spore crawler. So
oh man,
he's would
this is
oh,
well, this is an interesting finish. Look at those roaches and Hydralisk racing through the speed zones there.
He killed the head.
Love that visual
of the conga line, so the conga line stopped.
Oh, not the conga line.
I know the head
conga leader's dead.
I know. GG.
Alright, GG. Angry Space Hares has the series.
Yeah. How old is Pebble now?
Oh, I thought he just said he was 15. Or just turning 15.
Man, that's not a pebble. That's a boulder.
Eh? The Rock says, know your age. Alright, we are going on to Tokamat, so we're still going to be playing through the rest of these.
Midgard. I'm just calling Midgard now. Yeah, so...
Whatever works.
Yeah. I pushed the button. I did push the button.
The cornerstone of the Norse realms. Okay.
Sometimes I'm bad at pushing buttons.
Yeah, sometimes you are, but... You know, we've all got stuff to practice. Otherwise, there'd be nothing for us to do. And right now, personally, I'm working on the whole don't macro when you don't have to, or don't micro when you don't have to kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He could burrow his things. He could.
Well, I was talking about in between the fights, just to heal them. I consider that to be macroing myself. But yes, you know, you want to go really high level. It is possible almost to use Burrow as kind of like people use Blink. Just save the guys at the last minute, and then pop them out once they're healed or once they're not under attack anymore.
Yeah, but at the lower levels...
Yeah, I mean, even at the higher levels, sometimes that can be a diminishing return, so sometimes you just want them to keep attacking. Alright, in the upper right, we have our green Protoss. He is...
Monkey Shaman.
Do you think he meant to be
we have an Odang. Remake? He accidentally chose Terran.
Was an accident?
So I'm checking. It's fine. Okay, hey. Roll with it, man. Alright, so... Monkey Shaman is playing for...
Hold the boys.
His opponent, in the red, this time playing as Terran. He is...
Pebble.
And he represents...
Angry Space Hares.
Boy, that video is outdated. You know, if we're not okay, come on. If we're not going to update his video clip, we should at least draw a little mustache on that old video.
I know, it's like little Reaper in Pebbles videos. They're adorable and you can carry them around, but now they're men. It's like you can't carry them around anymore.
Chimpones was updated, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Chimpones are grown.
But yes, we have some players who basically grew up on FSL. Originally the F stood for family and then friends, and eventually just fun. But yeah, we very much, a big appeal of this was to give like the children and other family members, the Psystorm people. Yeah, now Monkey Shaman knows why he said, "Oh."
Yes.
But I don't know. This could be pretty interesting. I'm very curious how he plays that. I don't know. Already he seems a little bit thrown because we've got 2 workers that are just sitting there, 2 SCVs that aren't mining after finishing up.
That's what Terrans do. There's no conga line. You just have to hit.
You're right. Yeah. Well, it's like, who needs SCVs when you got mules, right?
Yeah.
Although he also isn't upgrading to an orbital.
I think it's a proxy 4-gate.
Maybe. There's something proxy-ish here.
Yeah, I would imagine. Maybe a proxy 3-gate with expand behind it, or just what he feels like doing.
Yeah. Hey.
There's the 3rd gate.
All right. Well, we've got a Reaper in production. Pebble. I don't think he's done a lot of Terran, at least not recently. He hasn't made an orbital yet. He is definitely showing those unbuildable Pleiades boss, though.
Yeah. I think this build, I think, would bash his regular build. I really do think he's a little...
If he was playing a Zerg?
Yeah, but I'd really like to see 2 Warpins of...
Ooh, Forge.
I don't like the Forge idea. He has to deal with the monkey. I'm rooting for you now.
If you're doing a proxy, you gotta keep the investment towards that proxy.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now put them back to
Pebble
work.
definitely showing off some fun Reaper control.
Yeah, put him back to work. Put him back to work, monkey.
Run, boing. In that case, he actually bounced the Stalker closer to his Reaper.
Yeah.
Not something that's easy to control there.
I'd like to see him send the he's got a SCB, not SCB.
And here we go. He got a lot done. He got a lot done with his Adepts last game. And this game, there just isn't anything that's on the way that could really threaten them. The Adept versus Marine usually is pretty one-sided, as long as if it's
Especially
3 Marines versus 3 Adepts. Let me put it that way.
The Adepts, if they sync up, can one-shot. 3 Adepts can one-shot a Marine.
Yep. All right. Supply depots are up. He did make the orbital eventually, so he's got that, and he is putting out a mine. And you got to make that first hit count because it's a long cooldown.
I don't get why the Zealots were working. I would have liked Stalkers, but
Hey.
it's still working.
I don't know. I think they're both kind of just having fun this match.
Yeah.
The series has been determined, so why not?
Good pull away.
Oh man, yeah, he took out the mine.
Yeah, he sacrificed 1 unit for it. Wait. Ooh. The Zealots are... Is this a cannon rush? It is a cannon... What the heck?
I don't know what this is. Whatever it is, I think it's going to be fun to cast. Another mine coming out.
I think our hero Midgard might be a little dunzo. But I said that last game and he came back, so...
Yeah. Alright. Gotta burrow that thing.
So I have a question.
Yeah!
At the 5-minute mark, does it count as a cannon rush?
Not a rush, but it still counts as cannons.
I mean... And the slow Zealots, despite having gas for units that aren't the worst.
You're not going to see this in any other league, folks. Hey! Mine versus cannon.
But that actually supply blocks him pretty badly.
Yeah, but I mean,
so
I don't know what I mean. This is very interesting scenario here.
So nothing else really will ever be built.
6.5 minutes slow zealot rush.
Again, I don't think it counts as
Alright, we got the GG. Would a Cyclone have saved him? Possibly. He would have needed a tech lab for that. But he needed something ranged behind those supply depots. Alright. Alright, congratulations to Angry Space Hares. You have taken the series. We're still going to be doing the 2v2 after this, but yeah, definitely two very interesting matches. First one not going as long, but that was very unique. Pebble, how you doing with your Terran? Yeah, you definitely seemed like a Zerg player doing that. Like, the SCVs were not being, like, shift-clicked back to the minerals, because I know as Zerg, that's not a thing. But, you know, I found it interesting. Monkey Shaman, abundant riches with that hidden gold base. You managed to actually finish mining all of those gold minerals.
I didn't remember to hotkey all my gateways, though. So I didn't get to use all my stuff. But
when you do that, just hit W.
Yep, the warp gates. W selects all the warp gates.
All the warp gates. And then
I learned something new today. That's my random player showing.
Yeah. And then one other thing is, in the first game, you had the Immortals to push through, but they got kind of stuck behind each other, and you lost all the fodder before the Immortals were pounding away. If those three Immortals would have been shooting the entire time, the first game would have gone your favor.
Yeah. I was trying to do something sneaky with a little stalker kind of proxy thing. But
that worked fine.
I couldn't blink up there. I think it was a little too far. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, the Stalker run by actually killed a ton and was really well done. It was just that your main army got crushed because they kind of walked one by one into the roaches and the hydras, and you killed all the roaches, but didn't have anything for the hydras at that point. So
but they were fun games though. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it count as a cannon rush if you put your first thing down at 5 minutes?
Of course it does. Cannon rush is OP.
Cannon rushes are OP, and then
Pebble, I was just curious about. I think I've seen this before. You usually research burrow and you research tunneling claws, but I don't think I've actually seen you burrow your roaches. Is that you're just taking the upgrades you've got, or are you usually kind of getting ready to sneak them in somewhere or heal them?
In the past, I've had situations where it would have been very handy them, and I didn't. So I just researched them just in case.
Okay.
I usually don't have more resources that I know what to do with.
Yeah, I guess that's fair if the resources are piling up. There's no drawback to having those.
One last thing I wanted to point out is in the last game, even when you were super dead, if you would have thrown the DT shrine down, as soon as you realized that you were dead, you had that sneaker base. If you would have thrown a DT shrine down, he didn't have any mobile detection. It would have taken a while to
get it. Behind Dark Shrine. I just need to remember my prayers. Like, okay, got it. Yeah. Fair.
So,
So, good job taking it home, Pebble. And we are just going to be wrapping up with the 2v2. I'm inviting everyone to party. We're going to switch people around. War Bunnies and Monkey Shaman, you're going to be sticking around for that? Or is that Von Lipvig? Okay.
Yeah, and Von Lipvig gets some play. I'm gonna hop off for now.
Sure.
A little brunch, but I'll catch the stream.
All right.
GG's. Thank you guys.
GG's. Yeah.
Party. Who am I missing? Okay, that's right. Bunnies, you're gonna be playing. So I think I've got it all right.
6 in party. Yeah, that should be correct.
Bunnies, curtain time. All right. So we are still, going to be moving ahead with our 2v2. The maps, we got one veto, then I was just told to choose the rest, so I'm going with Riscallion and Yellow Jacket, if that's alright.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the maps are.
Well, then it must be alright.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Okay, and Bunnies, I know you got some practicing on your team matches last night.
Yeah, but not with Hurt in Time. And you see, our goal for our team matchup is never to have the teams know who's going to play. So it's not Hurt in Time. We just randomly throw somebody with him, and then we hope for the best.
Works for me.
All right. And KJ, if we could get you in the lobby. There we go.
So, that's a 3,000.
Time and Medic. All right. Well, Medic Jr., definitely looking forward. I know you've been working hard over at Ladder Legends.
Yep.
Medic,
oh yeah, we did just get a bunch of new viewers. So the series has already been decided on Angry Space Hares, but we're still going to be going ahead with our. We are going to be going ahead with our 2v2s regardless. I don't know. My beard, standard goatee. I figure there's a lot of people on camera who, once they accept that their hair is never growing back on top, the goatee is how they balance things out. So I'm glad you appreciate it.
It's actually just to distinguish him from Great Archon, who is the good version, and Hyper Turtle, who's clearly the evil version. So they had to put a goatee on him.
Evil version of the bald guys, or what?
No, Great Archon's the original correct universe version, and you're the evil parallel universe version.
Oh, I see. You're talking Star Trek Mirror, yes.
Yes.
Well, that is interesting. I would love to be the evil version of myself.
You are the evil Bender.
Future on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I have a question, Medic. Any reason that you didn't play 1v1s today? Are you just playing 2v2s?
1v1s?
Just a little bit high.
I'm busy with work.
Oh, no, I was just for the earlier.
Today? Because they won't let me because I'm like 400 or 500.
Oh, I would have put you against. Yeah.
I would say that our code house has been going up, so it's something we might reevaluate next season. We shall see. And I've got to say, like, our code B's been going up. It's like I can't think of that many code B players who are actually down in silver or bronze anymore. So
no, they're all
I think everyone has been growing and evolving and improving.
Yeah.
So alrighty.
Okie dokie, let's go.
Alright, let's get started.
Curtain time, how you doing, man?
Oop, oh boy. I'm doing okay.
Okay. Alright. Well, Hurtin' Tom says he's ready. Okay. We'll start this off. So yeah, so that means we now have two teams who are at 5-0. I'm 5-1.
You are watching FSL.
And yeah, it's been kind of a joke that like every time Hurtin' Time plays, he's got a different teammate. Alright. In the upper left, we have our yellow Protoss. He is.
War Bunnies.
And his teammate, the Terran. In the purple, he is.
Hurtin' Time.
And they are playing for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
their opponents, the Zerg. In the red, he is known as
Von Litwig.
Alongside him, the Terran. In the blue, He is.
Medic Jr.
And they are playing for the team of...
Pulled the boys.
Alright, so War Bunnies, well, he tries to strictly play teams. He has occasionally stepped in for some 1v1 matches as needed. But he has a real speciality of directing things and just teching up further and further while his opponent keeps people busy. Hurting Time, very good on the aggression. Yes, everyone in the league has an intro, including me. I'm also actually kind of right there with War Bunnies and his, because that was how things turned out. Mine is me doing sort of a classic James Bond Blofeld villain thing where I turn my chair around and I'm sitting there with a Carbot Zerglin plushie in my lap that I'm petting. But yeah, the intro clips are very much part of the appeal here, so as is keeping people on camera and having everything organized. So we managed to put a pretty good setup here. Now, War Bunny is already making a Stargate. That is no surprise when it comes to him. Roach Warren already out for Von Lipwig. Roaches, of course, are very good when it comes to safety. Von Lipwig has not taken a third yet, but I think his drone is on the way to one. And some nice Reaper versus Reaper play there. Medic Jr. does escape for the moment. And War Bunnies, yep, typically goes out, gets an Oracle and powers it up a bit. Gets a look at his opponent's base, hopefully does a little bit of worker damage. Oh, and Von Lipwig actually evolving a lair, even with no third out, so I've got to assume he's got something up his sleeve here. Whether it's Mutas or a Nidus Worm. Von Lipwig also just completing an evolution chamber. Both of the Angry Space Hares players have their air game going right now. Oracle is heading out. And Hurtin' Time just setting his command center down, so everyone has a natural now. Now we are going to see how much damage this Oracle can manage to do. Medic Jr., well, he plays quite a bit. He's going to know this is a possibility, but there's no Viking and no Cyclone ready. He is bringing his Marines over. War Bunny's just barely getting the Oracle away in time, and goes down to do a little bit more damage. Currently, Medic Jr. is down to 25 workers. That's going to set him back a bit. And the Oracle, even more importantly, escapes, so it can still go back home, recharge, use its abilities. Oracle's very good defensively as well. And we are getting a Void Ray out now, Stim being researched by Hurtin' Time. And Von Lipwig has gotten his third started. I don't see anything too tech-heavy from him to benefit that lair, but Medic Jr. is preparing a 2 medevac drop. There is an Overlord that they go right past, so as long as Hurtin' Time's paying attention... Oh wait, never mind, that was Von Lipwig's Overlord. So his teammate knows what's going on anyway. Alright, this drop is going to be right on the borders of Hurtin' Time's base. He had the supply depot in that blind area, so they do not stay hidden. We're seeing Marauders and Hellions coming over. So far, it doesn't look like he was able to get a lot of damage going. Destroying that supply depot because he can. Let's see whether it manages Oh, look at that. Mule drop was sent there to try to keep it from burning down, but it is too late, and that mule not mining anything either. However, Von Lipvik is hitting straight at the natural. However, boy, between the Oracle and those Void Rays, those roaches are not lasting long. Medic Jr. moving another drop up, attacking right at the mineral line of Hurtin' Time. And again, those Hellions moving out. They are going down fairly quickly, though. Now that Oracle, again, could take a lot of very quick damage, but in the end, it's just a numbers game. Those medevacs escape, but not managing to rescue any of their army. Right now, Von Lipvik ahead of everyone in supply. He's at 100, while everyone else is in the 60s, including his teammates. And Hurtin' Time looks like he's going out. Not sure if he's on the offensive or just ready to take a third. And Von Lipvik's army is staying there right at the border. And we are getting another fight going here as more upgrades are completing. Both of the Angry Space Hares players managing to hit those Roaches and Ravagers simultaneously, but Medic Jr. moving in with stimmed Marines. That siege tank is to be able to do some good damage, but the Bile's raining down of it, right on top of it. And the Angry Space Hares team is notably behind in supply right now. More units are heading. Hurtin' Time forced to cancel his command center. He has a couple of bunkers to fall back on. There's a lot of damage available from the enemy team, including with the Biles. A lot of control necessary here. Medic Jr. very good at keeping his Marines very mobile, as well as picking up and dropping them. That tank just about to siege. Numerous Biles going down on War Bunny's army. There we go. Medic Jr. just picking up and dropping those Marines wherever he can, and he is able to clear out the Void Rays. Yep. The team of Pull the Boys has taken the first match between them. Very masterfully done, even after losing those SCVs early on. The second map will be Yellow Jacket.
So that
now that drop for
for Hurtin' Time, right? He dropped the mule. He probably forgot or didn't realize you can drop that supply thing, and it heals you 100%, right? So we can probably ask him about that. He probably just forgot.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's not that new of an ability, but it's fairly new compared.
Yeah, the new part is that it goes to 100%.
Yeah.
So it just giving you that supply.
Well, I mean, I think it goes to like 200%. It not only instantly heals it, but it also increases its maximum health. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Cool. Oh yeah, it is so especially handy like early on at the walls. Alright, Medic Jr. is ready. Lipvik ready. Alright, we are ready to go. This is going to be our final match of the day. There will be no need for the ace match. So in the end, there was just some very good distraction there with Von Lipvik having those roaches ready to go. Just the mobility that Medic Jr. is able to take advantage of with his army. So even though that initial drop harass didn't really pay off, he just kept it going.
You are watching FSL.
In the lower left, we have the green Protoss. He is
War Bunnies.
His teammate, the Terran, in the purple, who goes by the name of
Hurtin' Time.
Together, they are here for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
Their opponents, the Zerg, in the red. You can call him
Von Lipwig.
And his teammate, the blue, Terran. You know him as
Medic Jr.
And they play for the team of
Pulled the Boys.
Alright, so I'd like to know how things differ this time. I've got to assume the team of War Bunnies and Hurt in Time is going to put a little bit more focus on production here, since they know what their opponents are capable of. I am really impressed that Von Lipwig was able to get that many units out, considering how long he delayed his third hatchery. But he got there, and that's the important thing. As long as you've got the queens ready to inject larvae once they do go down. And yeah, a little bit to just look better in the record books. Alright, the SCV does make it into the base, so it's going to be able to look at everything. And that Reaper rallied towards that SCV. I just love the way that looks. Just the line that keeps going around. Alright. Now they have their base completely walled off. Medic Jr.'s Reaper making its way across the map. And I believe Hurt in Time's Reaper will be ready to greet it. Again, immediately going to Stargate for War Bunnies. War Bunny is known as someone whose late game is very powerful. Loves going with that big golden armada, and then just letting his teammate focus on shooting down anything that's a threat to his units. And that's the synergy we've been seeing, and the kind of thing you have to keep your mind on when it's a team match. Just making sure that everything complements each other. Von Lipwig still not in any hurry to get that third down. I think a lot of time people prefer to get that third hatchery down by the 3-minute mark, if not significantly earlier. But we were able to see it didn't really interfere with his production at all last match, so I'm not going to criticize that. Again, roach speed. He really likes getting that early lair and then getting the roaches moving faster as quickly as possible. Oracle almost complete. We are seeing supplies very even when you look at them as a team total. On Lipwig, supply blocked momentarily, but he's got 2 overlords on the way. And on Lipwig also already starting on ranged damage. The ranged upgrade. Taking his third, a little after the 4-minute mark. I feel like some more siege tanks would definitely be some of the most beneficial for Hurt in Time and his team, just having those ready ahead of time. And there's that Oracle again, and again, there really isn't anything meant to immediately damage it and chase it down. Stim has not begun research yet, and look at War Bunny is just sort of circling around. Ooh, is he? Yeah, he's going to be able to get it away, just making use of the border of the base there. And again, Void Rays and Siege Tanks coming out, and very similar to last match too, we have 8 Marine, or 11 Marines, and a couple of medevacs that are making their way across for a drop. Now the drop, so much has to do with just having the units in the right place ahead of time, much like defending against that Oracle. And Hydra Attack is almost ready for Von Lipwig. But yeah, just having Viking or a Void Ray ready to intercept and damage these medevacs before they do anything. Medic Jr. backs off a little bit, drops everything ahead of time. stim is complete, so he is going to be able to get the cancel here. It was canceled successfully, and that's a lot of damage he can put out. The Void Ray and Stalker is not going to be able to match up with that very well. And just like the previous match, we have a bunch of roaches coming out. 2 siege tanks are ready to go, and mines. So I think Hurtin' Time is going to be able to just plain clean this up, but we have a drop right into War Bunny's base. Multiple worker kills being done. The Oracle gets the scene, but just almost immediately gets shot down. And again, medevacs escape, but not with any of the army. Now, between the cancel and the worker kills, that was a pretty... I think that attack definitely paid off. Those were mineral-only units that did go down. And they're going to have to get more army units out. Von Lipwig ahead, in the lead in supply, with Medic Jr. not that far behind. And we've got the Ravagers to be used to pick off these siege tanks, Marines, and multiple siege tanks on the way from Medic Jr. So they're going to have to be ready to absorb this and hit this correctly. They don't want to let those tanks get a lot of shots out once they're in siege mode. The score is that the Angry Space Hares already took this. I believe the final score... We're at what? 5-2? Right. There are those medevacs making themselves conspicuous. That siege tank is just a little bit out of the stalker range. Bunch of hellbats there. No medevacs there to heal them, though. And we have a Banshee as well. Oh. Void Ray is chasing down and killing that siege tank as well as an Overseer. We're just going to want to make sure that the army stay together with their teammates. It does not look like the Pull the Boys team is going to be taking their feet off the gas. Everyone grouping up here. Hurtin' Time's tanks going into siege mode. They're in a choke point there, which can make it very difficult to avoid the Biles. But meanwhile, those Biles were not going down on the siege tanks. They were going down on the Hellbats. So many units that are powerful against specific other units. Cloak is just about to complete for the Banshees. So War Bunnies wants to make sure that those Void Rays are only attacking the armored units and that they are getting far away from the Hydralists and the Marines. Pull the Boys continues to have the supply lead in both cases. Alright. Tanks sieging again within range of those Marines. And then Blue Flame Hellions, I love it, coming in and finishing off a handful of them. The trick is just making sure they know where their opponents are going to be attacking from. Right now, War Bunnies has to defend from the east, while Hurtin' Time defends in the kind of the general northern area. But in a perfect world, they want all of their troops to be together doing damage simultaneously. Alright, Banshees are cloaking. And what he wants to do with those is he wants to bring them in and try to pick off siege tanks. There are a lot of Marines there, and Medic Jr. ready with the scans. They are preventing Hurtin' Time from getting his third down. Oh, look at that. All but one of the Banshees going down, and that remaining Banshee not looking too healthy. And Microbial Shroud is being researched. Oh, I want to see what Von Lipwig can do with that. Now, the Orbital, even if it isn't mining right now, is serving a purpose. It is providing some extra vision range for those siege tanks. War Bunnies, meanwhile, is able to get to where he wants to be, which is getting his big Protoss capital ships out, and the siege tanks are gradually going down. Only now is Von Lipwig able to get his ground troops in, getting the Biles in, and he has a pretty good combination of Ravagers and Hydralisks, and Roaches. The orbital lands, but I think it's just going to be eliminated. Von Lipwig has a 4th, and Medic Jr. has a 3rd, so they are in a position where they can move pretty far ahead in economy if the Angry Space Hares aren't able to counter this. Right now we have more Hydralisks and Marines in production, but I don't know if there's anything that can really do well against those carriers right now. I mean, Microbial Shroud will help. Ooh, a couple of biles do land on one of those carriers. War Bunnies has a 3rd, but isn't mining from it much just yet. Looks like he's just about to transfer. And the Pulled the Boys team has no intention of giving their opponents any rest here. Look at that. Those Marines pouncing on that tank and getting the cancel immediately on that command center. I'd just like to see more splash damage here. The siege tanks are great, but if War Bunnies was able to put down some psionic storms, I think that would be even more beneficial. And Hurtin' Time just gradually mining out all of his minerals. He needs to get a 3rd down. Here we go. Medic Jr. moving up against a carrier's charge lot army. Yeah, he's all by himself, and there is a lot of anti-air here. He needs to be where those siege tanks can help him out. Interceptors flying out, a lot of them going down. One of the carriers goes down. Those siege tanks doing plenty of damage in the meantime, though. Fungal growth on the carriers. And Pulled the Boys backs off a little bit. But the Marines still hitting out. There's a lot of interceptors that are being killed here. And a counter-harass from Hurtin' Time with those Blue Flame Hellions. Basically, well, the longer this goes, without Hurtin' Time without them being able to take a base for Hurtin' Time or do some serious counter damage, the Pulled the Boys team just keeps moving ahead in economy. Oh, another carrier has died. Those Banshees are not cloaked. Oh, that is not good. There's a lot of high gas units that were just lost there. And Medic Jr., with his ball of Marines, focusing down whatever he can, even with the siege tank hits. Again, fairly low supply game continuing on here. And Hurtin' Time, yet once again, he's got a command center, but just nowhere to land it. War Bunny's doing what he does best, taking advantage of the terrain and continuing to pick off enemy units. Von Lipwig expanding again. And remember, Medic Jr.'s medevac can heal Zerg units too. And they know what's going on immediately. They're there to try to keep that command center from landing safely. Siege tanks going into siege mode. Hurtin' Time again, harassing with his Blue Flame Hellions. Oh, getting a lot of kills on Von Lipwig's workers. Right now, the Pulled the Boys army, they just keep repositioning themselves. There's a lot of mobility on them. And he is preparing for a drop as well. So basically, being able to do damage in as many spots as once while also keeping their opponent from doing mining in those places. There are quite a few missile turrets up here. And Hurtin' Time making that newer command center into a planetary fortress so it can defend itself as well as possible. I love the Blue Flame Hellions coming in there to defend. They can reposition themselves, however, they do not last long. And immediately, those Marines trying to focus down a carrier, and more Marines coming in. Just so much DPS as they stem and attack. Medic Jr. also able to focus down with Marines, and very quickly, Pulled the Boys is able to do irreparable damage. They have to stay away from those siege tanks, but there are plenty of spots they can hit beyond that. Another carrier going down. War Bunnies just not with a lot of attack units. Landing the Vikings in the middle of those siege tanks, and we have GG.
Von Lipwig pulled the boys.
Really fast.
Yeah, he is.
Fast
He really
indeed.
is.
Yeah.
Just non-stop aggression from Pulled the Boys there.
Yeah, my 60 APM wasn't able to keep up with his 236, so.
236?
Oh, come on, man. You're
I wasn't
Protoss.
there.
You can take it.
Yeah. I mean, it was almost. You know what the thing I thought was interesting is my 68 workers, I thought I was going to be the least number of workers in the game, but I built more than both the Terrans.
Well,
You guys are banging on each other.
there was a lot of investment going into Marines non-stop, and I gotta say that second game, just the amount of time that they were able to keep Hurtin' Time from getting a
Off
third.
his third. I know. It was funny because after a bit, I'm like, he should put his tanks in that front, and then he should have expanded next to my third, because then we could hold the two spots together, and we wasn't able, because that other one has two entrances in, and we can't hold it. Does that make sense? We can't get it.
Makes sense to me.
So it took us too long to get his third going, and then we were kind of dry.
Now, Von Litvig, I'm very curious, like, where you got your opening. Like, you definitely delay your third hatchery by quite a bit, but in the meantime, you're getting your roach upgrades and that early lair. Where is that? Was there anywhere you got that from, or is that kind of your own special style?
I usually play 2v2s with a 2-base push. I don't have a lot of experience going late game, so.
Makes sense to me. I mean, it paid off, didn't it? Yeah, that was very impressive. To answer the question, no, I don't think we're going to be doing any custom games today, just because I've got some places to be. But it's something that here and there we're going to be getting more of, and I'm kind of hoping to do some maybe weekday evening stuff soon.
Questions for each player?
I don't know. A lot of that was pretty straightforward. Medic Jr. just you're able to really hit the gas on those, or the minerals, I should say, on your Marines. You're just able to keep those coming, and yep. I'm very impressed on that one. I know one of the things, Hurtin' Time, not so much a question, but we were going to mention, you did that mule drop to try to repair that supply depot.
And then I forgot. Yeah.
Well, no, it would have died anyway. What you forgot was that you could have done that supply depot drop to instantly heal it with twice the supply.
It doesn't seem to work that often anymore.
Oh,
Wait.
I don't know.
You can do what now?
So if you drop the depot hat on the depot, it actually gives the depot 500 health.
But
really? I didn't know that.
But it takes.
That's what we're here to tell you.
It has to. It takes a bit of time for it to go on. Every time I've seen the Terran do it, and I normally can kill the depot.
You have to do it early.
Yeah, you really.
Well, that one wasn't still under attack. That's the thing.
Oh.
It was burning down, but it was no longer under attack.
Oh, then you can do it.
So
If it's
that's your
under
next
attack,
level
it doesn't
play.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good
there's
to know,
that.
though.
Yep.
Good to know.
The more you know.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
And
well,
our graph on that team game, I didn't realize. I thought we were being crushed, but we were in it right until the last fight when they kind of overwhelmed us.
yeah, I think it's one of those cases where Sonic Storm might have been worth it there.
Yeah, but it's not worth it against the player who's that much faster than you. He would have just ghosted me, and I would have been.
Just Sonic Storm the whole map.
I find that it doesn't. it doesn't work against players who are much more than Masters 1 for me. Like, not Masters 3, Diamond 1. Like, they just kind of smash you, so. Okay, thanks, guys.
All right. You have a good one.
Hey, Hyper Turtle, before you hang up, when we're off air, I want to just tell you something.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're already, we've already rated.
Okay. So right before we went on air today, I found out that Steve Andrews died last night.
Oh, man.
Cheesy nachos. Agent Infinite silence.